We had a good time in the 80s.
Lipstick all over my keyboard player.
During that time. And we really discovered America.
This was 84?
This was 84.
Okay.
That was 84.
Okay, let's go to the next year, next location. Onward and upward, back into the van.
This is where MuchMusic used to be. Back in what, 1985?
This was also the year that you guys did the James Bond movie soundtrack, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
View to a Kill.
Now what about the other one, Save a Prayer? Wasn't that also a big hit then? Because it was actually on an earlier album, but it was released for some reason in the mid-80s.
This is where my memory's going a bit thin, because I only ever remember it being a hit on the Rio album.
Yeah, I think what happened is that when we released our live album from the 84 tour, Save a Prayer was on it, and it was re-released in Canada and North America.
Right.
Only because you didn't get it the first time, which was very naughty of you.
It was also the year that Duran Duran started to splinter, yes?
Yeah, we splintered because really John and Andy wanted to do a rock record, and Simon and I wanted to do something a bit more alternative. And so they did their rock record with the Power Station, and we did Arcadia, and you know, they're both good records, I guess. I think ours was better, but there again I would.
Election Day, yeah.
Yeah, I like that song. I mean, I think we wrote it bearing in mind that, you know, there'd be an election every year. Sort of, well, how many years is it here? I don't know. It's 4 in England, isn't it? And we thought, well, you know, somebody's bound to use it for the campaign, right?
The look changed here, didn't it?
Well, it had to. It was a different band, you know. So Arcadia, and I thought, how on earth are we going to make this pretend that Simon and I really aren't in Duran
Duran? Out of Duran Duran suddenly had jet black hair and jet black eyebrows. Your heavy makeup days. Oh dear.
It was kind of cartoon-like, actually, Arcadia.
Yeah, it was cartoon.
I mean, in a funny way.
Nick and I came here with Arcadia.
I think it was Erica at the time, wasn't
it? Yes, it was.
Erica.
Oh God, right. I mean, we had a great interview actually. It's very funny and
very puerile. It's the word that comes to mind.
Water pistols is actually the word that comes to my mind.
Interview with you. So
Let's change the subject.
Okay.
Look what I got.
All right.
Isn't that lovely?
It's very lovely. Now,
look, it's so heavy.
Some of those girls
you watch this.
Can
you get? Look at that. Come on, Elsa. Where's Elsa?
Here we are.
Oh, do I get a special?
A little brush down, I think.
Oh, thank you so much. Just on my nose would be fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was Elsa.
What's interesting is your choice is so eclectic.
A lot of them were our favourite.
Yes.
Now,
What would you do if I took that piece of paper off you?
She'd be stumped, I tell you. Okay,
No,
put
I
that
would
camera
say-
back on. Thank you. You listen to me, not her. You take yours off first.
now that you've worked...
blushing.
I know.
Music. The best video TV station weekday.
Oh, okay, I won't even look. I'll leave them. I'll leave them, all right?
leave
I'm going to wing it. I'm going to wing it. All right.
What?
No, come on, no way, no way.
Oh, no, he's not on TV. No, he's not. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off.
Simon versus Simon. That's great.
You should be ashamed. You bring a bad name on Simon's.
Fourth song.
Don't tell me.
I
I said don't tell me.
Okay, all right.
That's it. Okay, that's it.
Oh, wait.
Uh-oh, oh no!
Okay, now this is where we take over the program.
Okay, yes.
No, we'll take care.
How long is it that you've been working for MuchMusic?
It's been...
Tell him. Tell him.
I'll tell. Just don't shoot. Okay. Okay, it's been 7 months.
Whoops! Whoa!
I've done it all.
Have your cake. You
I
put
had
a
a
large piece of
but-
cake on your mouth now.
Now all I have to do is to get you.
The union of the cake.
I sometimes think of you guys as the band that's had more makeups and breakups and makeups and breakups than like most people I know. It's almost like a marriage thing
I
with you
guess
guys.
nobody else really broke up and made up like we did. And of our generation of bands, absolutely, yeah.
So what's the deal with that? You've had more bands and you've had marriages,
Well,
huh?
we haven't actually. I mean, it seems like it, but there was one split. You know, Andy and Roger left. Warren came in. He's still with us. You know, and Warren's been with us for 9 years now. That's longer than Roger or Andy was ever with us. We just never really got a permanent drummer in, for whatever reason. Whether that was they weren't quite the right sort of style drummer, or maybe it's because we kind of got a little bit more picky. And we'd started using drum machines as well, and figuring out that you know we could do a lot of that kind of stuff ourselves.
It's good for us actually not having a drummer, because the way we write, we tend to look at the song and the musicality of it, and drummers, you know, when you write with them, they just bang everything all the time. They really like hitting.
Exercising themselves and flexing their muscles. They don't really contribute that much to the writing thing, and that's I think we all see that as our kind of
Some serious drum bashing going on here.
Yeah, really.
I love drums. I mean, I love drums and I like drummers.
Drums too.
I love drums
started
too.
on
We all
drums.
love drums, really, honest.
When I was 11, I started playing drums.
The problem.
Okay, but I still want to get back to the relationship thing. Not that many bands have broken up and then managed to get it back
Well, it was
together again
getting-
and find success.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay. Well, it was getting John back. That was the real one after the power station thing.
So how did it happen?
Well, you know, Nick and I said to him, look, you know, Duran Duran's 20 times better than the power station could ever be. You know, do it as a hobby, but don't waste your time. You know, this is your real job.
So then what happens? He winds up in an Arcadia video.
Yeah, he did actually do an
Which one?
the one for The Flame.
I noticed we still haven't talked about women. What about people who say that, you know, male-oriented, male-dominated rock and roll exploits women? Because you guys always had beautiful women around.
Well, I think that we have probably exploited women just as much as any other band have, if you look at it like that. But we've always, I don't know, I think we put our women up on a pedestal. I'm not quite sure. To us, normal life has women in it, and I think our videos reflect that.
I think we have the ultimate respect for women, because we love them so much. It's not, I think women in our videos have always looked fantastic, and we've made an effort to make sure they always look great. And, you know, if you're talking about something that's mainly about the visuals, the most important thing is to make sure it looks good. And what else can you say?
Does any video stand out in particular as being a really beautiful video with a really beautiful woman?
Well, I think Notorious.
Notorious?
You know, had probably the biggest selection of beauties in it.
Are solo careers a reality now for Duran Duran, or is this something you just had to get out of your system?
No, I mean, we did that whole thing it was just like a holiday. It was a bit of a change for us. I think we just needed a break at the time, break from Duran.
I don't think, we could not have made this record as a direct follow-up to, you know, the last one. It wouldn't have been anywhere near as good. I think it would have been very fraught, because Roger was already losing interest in the business, and
Andy was
head
losing
was
interest in the
changing.
band.
He was losing interest in being in a band.
Yeah.
And I think, for everything that we said when we were doing our individual projects, we never had any idea just how useful those experiences were. I don't think we could have made this record as strong as it is without having done those.
Obligation to the nation. On the future. On the future. Got what you want is today. On the future. On the future.
what? We're at the Diamond Club, which is now called the Phoenix. Does this look at all familiar? Does it?
Yeah. We played here in Halloween.
The Halloween gig.
88.
And this is where Warren is now a real member of the band, yeah? How was it different for you? Because you came from a pretty wild band. I mean, Missing Persons, pretty out there band.
Exactly.
And then you're on the road with these guys. What was it like?
It was totally smooth transition for me, because Missing Persons, we were a pop band in the end. You know, we were making music that we hoped people would like, as opposed to with Zappa. It was more of a, you know, a cult thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, getting in with these guys, and I had always had a British producer manager for the first few years of Missing Persons, Ken Scott. So I was around British people a lot in Missing Persons. So here I am now. I live in London.
This album was what, big thing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, you guys did a 9-city club tour when you played here. So after the heady days of 84, 85, 86, here we are, 88, we're in a club. What was that like for you guys?
Well, there's something always great about playing in a club. It's not, you know, you can't look at it as a come down. You always look as if you're building to something else anyway. But playing in a club, you're right there with everyone. It's a great feeling, and we try to do it as often as we can even now.
Intimate, then.
I think you get there's something about standing sort of this far away from your audience, which you often do in a club, and it gets more out of you because it's a much more personal performance.
Yeah.
People are that much more aware of whether you're acting a part on stage or whether you're really giving something from yourself when they're that close to you.
Right.
In a big stadium, you kind of get carried away by this huge kind of collective sort of mass vibe.
What was your point of view being on stage and suddenly you don't have girls going, ah!
Here at Diamond Club.
Yeah.
When we played here. Well, this was a particularly odd show because it was Halloween.
So everyone was wearing very funny clothes and looked as funny as we did.
I remember it's so funny because John came off stage afterwards going, oh, they really didn't like us, you know. Did you see the looks on those people's faces? I said, John, it's Halloween, they're wearing masks.
Well, we certainly know that a lot of very strange things happen on Halloween night in Toronto, but perhaps one of the strangest is happening right here outside the Diamond Club. Duran Duran, where if you wanted to see this band last year, you had to go to the CNE Stadium, tonight are playing right here at this Toronto club.
This is sensation, power rotation, give it a friction and watch me make it. Make it up, make it up, make it exciting. So glad you came along. This time you won't be wrong. You have to turn it on, and you won't be the only one.
I waited for approximately 5 hours for tickets, and the ticket guy showed up late.
Okay, I traveled 250 miles to see this show, a 5-hour bus ride, and to be this close, it was worth it.
I've got my friends back here. They're die-hard Duran Duran fans. We live for Duran Duran. We live and breathe them.
Hey, take a chance, even if it's only while we're dancing in the light of your second sight. Because when you understand me, you might feel good around me now. I don't want your love, bring me down. No, I don't want your love to turn it around.
Big song off the album.
I Don't Want Your Love was the single when we came here.
Yeah.
And then wasn't there the other one, the All She Wants Is?
Love that.
You love that one?
That's one of my favourite songs and videos that the band's ever made. Yeah, I
Why?
love it. I just think the song was right in with the kind of with the house thing that was going on at the time. It was slightly acid sort of sounding, and but we kind of added our kind of sensibilities to it. And the video was made by Dean Chamberlain, who'd worked with Nick and I on Arcadia before, and it was all created out of stills.
Yeah.
And for these stills, you had to sort of stand still for about 5 minutes while he